She would become one of the longest reigning monarchs in history, a symbol of grace, duty, and endurance. But few know how close Queen Elizabeth II came to losing her crown before she even wore it. In the 1940s, Britain stood on uncertain ground. The empire was fading, the economy in ruins, and the monarchy's future fragile. King George VI was beloved, but sick. Behind palace walls, doctors whispered fears that his heart and lungs were failing. And there was a deeper concern. His heir was still young and untested. Many within government quietly questioned, could Elizabeth, a 25-year-old princess, ever carry the weight of an empire? When Elizabeth fell in love with Prince Philip of Greece and Denmark, the fairy tale nearly collapsed into scandal. Philip was charming, but foreign-born, without wealth and with German family ties, just years after World War II. To Britain's old guard, it was unthinkable. To the palace courtiers, it was dangerous. Senior ministers advised against the match. Even the Queen Mother was hesitant. One insider later revealed, the establishment feared Philip would dominate her, or worse, compromise the throne. There were whispers in Parliament that if Elizabeth married Philip, the succession itself could be reconsidered. Elizabeth, however, stood firm. She had inherited her father's sense of duty and her grandfather's steel. In private, she told those closest to her, I am in love, and I will marry whom I choose. It was a moment of defiance that nearly fractured the royal household. Her uncle, the former King Edward VIII, had abdicated less than a decade earlier for love. The monarchy could not survive another scandal. One misstep, and the government was ready to reconsider the monarchy's role altogether. But on November 20th, 1947, Elizabeth married Philip at Westminster Abbey. The people rejoiced, weary from war, desperate for hope. What had once threatened the throne now became its greatest strength. Her marriage symbolized renewal, love, and duty entwined. Even Winston Churchill, once skeptical, later said, the royal family again stands at the center of our national life. The danger had passed, but for a time, the young princess's heart nearly cost her the crown. Elizabeth II would go on to reign for 70 years, earning the love and respect of millions. Yet behind that calm smile was the memory of a time when her future and Britain's monarchy itself teetered on the edge. Because even a queen must fight for her crown, and sometimes the hardest battles are the ones fought in silence. This was the story of why the crown was nearly taken away from Elizabeth II, the untold struggle behind